The world was not made piecemeal, but this first civilization began in Ethiopia. That's why Ethiopia is considered the oldest country in the world, with the oldest language in the world, also known as the father language. But people still go to the translators to ask the questions about Ethiopian original tongues. For it was written in Ge'ez, which is the oldest language on the world. Hence, Ethiopia is first. But for some strange reasons, people often go to the translators to ask them to the answers to the Ethiopian original tongues.
Need to look at the Vatican. Once you begin to look at the Vatican, now it's going to get serious. Because you need to remember that the Pope has dominated Europe for some 1,600 years. And Europe has dominated the world for 1,600 years. And our American system is a Vatican system. We live under the Vatican in this country. The Vatican.
If you're under the Roman calendar, then of course you're controlled by Rome. Like, common sense. I don't understand how people don't figure that out. But this guy's going to say everything except the original meaning.
God virus, what are the effects of Christianity to our culture and what are the lasting effects to our psychology? So, quick summary, 1652, Jan van Riebeeck and the Dutch land in South Africa. The Catholic missions came, Anglican missions came, the Methodist missions came, the Lutheran missions came. And then South Africa was established based on those colonial lines. Now, how did we get to the Anglican, Methodist, Lutheran, and all of this? Let's go back to where it all started. In the Roman Empire, there was...
Hello. It didn't start in the Roman Empire. It started in Ethiopia because all Bibles are translated out of the Ethiopian original tongues, which consists of 88 books compared to 66 in your Roman version that you're starting from. By the way, the Ethiopian original tongues was written over 1,200 years before the Geneva and the King James version. So why would you start in Rome? Well, anyway, back to him.
Was a cult, the imperial cult. This imperial cult stated that the emperor who sits on the throne is Deus, God. In the falling of Emperor Nero, war broke out, obviously. Tribes now went out to war. This is where the term tribalism comes from. Tribes went to war in order to declare or to determine who will be the next ruling family. A man called Vespasian Flavius gathered up his sources and marched to Rome. He defeated the other tribes, formed a tribunal, and then sat on the throne as Emperor Vespasian Flavius. Titus, his son, conquering Palestine, comes back with a gospel of victory. And then in the entrance to Rome, he erects a memorial, a pillar, an ark. And on this ark, he depicts his victories in Palestine. He is honored and he is given.
You see, he just stuck in Rome because in his brain, Rome is first. Similar to this horror story. And because of this horror story, a lot of people don't believe in the Ethiopian original tongues because they think Judaism is Ethiopian Orthodox Christianity when it's not. So let's look what he says. This was the last straw. The Bible tale is not even original. It's plagiarized, a pirated version of other religions that existed before it. Hello, whoever wrote this, just know this. Ethiopia does not follow BC or AD on their calendar. In other words, they know that no person named Jesus or Christ was ever crucified to resurrect himself in some ancient Egyptian fable. Hello, y'all just keep messing up and bringing up the wrong sources. You gotta go to Ethiopia to find out what's up.
Council of the Nicaea, right? Yeah. No, they're not Tawahida. The Tawahida is different. But I tell people all the time that the Ethiopians did not accept it. They were at that council. They didn't accept the divinity. what Rome, Constantine was trying to establish. Yeah, so they walked away. Yeah.
That was Vatican lives and according to 327 years.
Right.
In other words, Ethiopia does not follow what Rome do. Rome is just a continuation of Greece and Egypt, but they don't follow their ancient Ethiopian roots.
Limited knowledge that got it banned. Have you ever heard or read the Ethiopian Bible? If you have not, then those who banned and tried suppressing it have already succeeded. They have done it so perfectly that most Christians in the world have known what's in the Ethiopian Bible that the West believes is prohibited to know. That's why a milder version of the Bible is being spread, which does not include various important books and information. At the same time, the Ethiopian Bible has been put under shadow, making it something that should not be trusted and read. This leads to the question, what sensitive and forbidden does the Ethiopian Bible have that the Western world does not want you to know?
The Trinity is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's the Holy Trinity. And they're equal because they're all the names of God, the Almighty.
Europeans began to manipulate history when they rose and began to expand into the broader world in the 15th and the 16th century because they had to justify the slave trade and they had to justify the colonial system that followed. And modern racism has its incubation in that period.
So they use religion to promote slavery. Hence,
By the river deep, rise up a summer breeze, make it sting Hercules, make him fall on him knees in front the 5-foot king. When Selassie I return is one big extravaganza.